We're going to go into our third quarter, and in time for our third quarter, we're going to continue our MLB Team of the Week series, and we're going to go to a town that should be all types of excited because not only did the Bucks help bring home some championships to Milwaukee, but there's someone who did a great job of winning free agency, and that is actually the Milwaukee Brewers. They made some monster moves as they acquired Eduardo Escobar, as well as Daniel Norris and John Curtis. If there is anyone out there that is playing baseball against the 63 and 43 Brewers, who on Monday when I was pulling this were 7 games ahead of the Reds, um, everyone needs to be watching because I think in the National League, this is definitely one of the contenders that you have to keep your eye on.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think that they are starting to run away with the division, which I think can only help them as the season comes to an end and being able to make certain moves at certain times. I think that it definitely helps that they are not in the NL West. But yeah, no, definitely the Brewers have been playing well, and they added some great pieces and are having they're playing the Pirates right now in this current series, so should be able to sweep the Pirates. I believe the pitcher who the Brewers are going against tonight is not very good for the Pirates, which is pretty normal for the Pirates these days. So being able to rack up wins in the division is going to be really, really critical for for the Brewers to be able to potentially get into maybe a number 2 spot, things like that, and for sure avoid the wild card.
I think what the Brewers have going for them as well is that they are already doing well in their pitching categories. They're second in the ERA in Major League Baseball. They have the fifth lowest losses in pitchers, and they lead baseball with pitching strikes. As we've seen, especially, and I'm going to liken it to the Dodgers, who I'm assuming, Connor, when you say number 2 seed for them, that puts them behind the Dodgers.
Or the NL West
Going
champion, probably the
or the
Dodgers.
probably the Dodgers. It's all about in this baseball era, and always kind of with baseball, but right now it's all about where your pitching is. When we talked Toronto, what was their opportunity? My perspective, pitching. Now that we have Milwaukee, it is going to be that they have really good pitching and they've just added some better pieces. Um, they're able to do it, and especially they have a division that they don't have to press too hard to run away with it. As you know, with the 7 wins and other teams selling a lot, especially sad to see Chicago fall apart again. Um, it's very big to know that they're in the right spot to let everyone else kind of trudge through while they get this sort of easier schedule.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, they have their with the Cubs going down, I think this division is definitely for sure Milwaukee's to lose. Very, very, very impressive there. One of the interesting things about Milwaukee, as I was doing my research, is they've been kind of working off of a 6 pitcher rotation. For those who maybe don't know, usually pitchers and teams will have 5 pitchers in their starting rotation. Milwaukee is utilizing 6 right now, which what does that mean? That means that you have more pitchers more innings spread out between more pitchers over time, which means those arms are going to stay fresher and fresher for the playoffs. I liken it to what the Suns got to do with Chris Paul, right? Chris Paul is somebody who usually can get hurt. They had a good backup point guard situation, so was able to take Chris Paul out a little bit, maybe not play all the minutes like a kind of the quote stud point guard would do these days. So definitely, I appreciate what the Brewers are doing in terms of their pitching staff, and they just picked up one of their acquisitions, and some of their acquisitions were in the bullpen to only strengthen and bolster their bullpen. So there's a lot of good potential there for the Brewers, and get into the playoffs. And when you get into the playoffs, it all kind of goes from there. So it's all about making it in the playoffs.
Yeah, definitely. If you can get yourself situated in the playoffs and then get pick some good teams to play against, you can go on the right move. I want to pull their schedule that they have coming up for August. So you mentioned the Pirates. They also have the Giants starting this Friday, and they're playing them at home. Then they face the Cubs, the Pirates again. Then they have the Cardinals. Then they play some Washington, some Cincinnati. Then they finish out August with the Twins and a little bit more of the Giants. So obviously on their schedule, the Giants part feels a little bit intimidating and maybe a little bit of the Cardinals, but it really feels like they're just going to rack up win after win after win after win. And I'm going to put out my first hot take of the night. I think that the Brewers are going to be the first team to truly lock in their playoff spot because you have them, and then they are the second highest leading of the division of a group, which the White Sox have 8.5 over Cleveland. But I'm going to have that the Brewers are going to get there faster, and they're going to lock in their division first.
Oh, I could definitely see that for sure. You've got a lot of winnable games, not a good division, playing the Cubs a lot, playing the Pirates a lot, and you for sure can see that happening. I think that one of the big things that's going to be really interesting to watch and kind of follow is how they how they play against the Giants, because you've got strength on strength there of pitching and hitting. Who's gonna be better, the Giants hitting or the Brewers pitching? And I think that this could very well give us a sneak into, oh, you held me on fourth down, should have went for the points, but what does Coach Arians say? No risk it, no biscuit.
No risk it, no biscuit. You get good fiber from Triscuits.
You get good fiber from Triscuits. So, yeah, you've got strength on strength there. So it'll be really fun to watch how all that shakes out.
Can't wait. Love some good baseball. I know that we're going to keep doing these baseball team of the week segments as we get a little closer, even though, um, football season is so distracting for Connor and I. That's all we want to talk about and all we want to do. But I, I think we'll have some good playoff baseball takes to talk about soon, Connor.
Oh, for sure. And as things heat up, just like this
Aww.
pick that you threw, good job, Baker Mayfield, thinking he's a thrower when he's really not. I mean, it's like it's real life or something.